Oh my God, it's so big. It's so tall.
It's like a real van.
Ah, we're doing it!
We're Tim and Finn, digital nomads that travel with our dog. We were planning on spending the summer of 2020 exploring Europe, but this whole worldwide plague thing really rained on that parade. Antsy to get back on the road, we decided about a week ago to rent a camper van and drive around the beautiful state of California. Yesterday, we landed at LAX, picked up the sick camper van for a taste of the hashtag van life for only about $65 a day, and drove northeast to explore the Sierra Nevada mountains, starting here in Sequoia National Park.
I don't think it's any secret that arriving early at a national park is beneficial, but the biggest way that it helps your day is not just that you don't have to wait in line at the entrance, but national parks are so vast and there's not that many roads. So everyone is all following each other in line on these maybe windy mountainous roads. Here so early, we're truly enjoying the beautiful views alone as we drive through the park, as opposed to traffic on both sides of a dangerous road and feeling like you're more so just sitting through traffic as you go through the Disney World of the park.
No choice. If it's true, let me know. Just a same mistake. Every second comes and breaks. It's so weird, I let go.
We just came around a turn and everything is green. So we just
Bam! Place.
Bam! 52,000 feet of elevation.
How about 5,200? 52,000! We're
Oh,
on the high.
It smells so good! What the heck? This is what we were thinking it would look like, but you have to wind around for like 4,000 feet, not 40,000.
400,000 feet.
Oh my God, they are so, look at this tree! Look at that one on the left.
I see, that's a big tree.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, look at that! This is so cool! Wow.
Did you get that shot?
Oh, it looks so cool.
Is it worth the hike uphill?
Yeah, it is. I think those other cars were like, where did this person come from? She's walking Sequoia National Park.
Allison Finney, Sequoia expert.
It took 2 hours just to get to the General Sherman parking lot of climbing up this mountain. And that's important for you to know if you're planning on coming in the main entrance. It's not like you just pop in and go to the tree. And now that it is 8:30 in the morning, it looks like there's about 10 to 15 cars here in the parking lot. So that sounds like a good amount of crowd for us.
Take me out to California. I feel the day is coming to an end.
All right, back to the car, honey. Sorry, honey. You don't get to see the tree.
Allison is an expert in many things like sequoias and albatross. So she has a fact for us this morning.
Well, I want you to guess the fact, Tim. How old is General Sherman? Like the tree?
400 years. 500 years.
Shoot for the moon.
1,200 years. To 20,000 years.
It's 2,100 years old, this tree. Can you believe it?
So not 20,000 years.
When I saw that online last night, I was astounded.
It's an old tree.
Let's go see the tree.
Day till you come and take me home, California, California, here I come. I've seen it all upon the silver screen, the happy faces and a sign upon a hill.
I was asking the expert Allison Finney about sequoias, and she said it's the largest, but I'm like, largest how? I think I've seen girthier trees. By volume. It has the most wood.
The most wood.
That's what the sign said. It has the most wood in its trunk.
Because
Isn't that trees?
Because it's dead at the top, and so it keeps growing, but it can't grow taller. It's growing girthier.
Take me out. Take me out. So take me out to California, where the sun is always high, where the streets are paved with gold and no one ever gets.
So now in this entire national park strategy that we've used, for example, in the Grand Canyon, is getting up at 4 this morning was tough to get all the way out here and at the park by 6:30 in the morning. But now that it's 10, we are the only people in this picnic area. We're past General Sherman, and now we know we're just gonna hang out, relax. Part of the beauty of having the van or an RV is that you can just hang out and be comfortable. So maybe we'll take a nap. We're like done, and we'll take a break while the crowds are here, and then we'll start back up. Maybe early this afternoon, maybe even as late as 3:30 to enjoy the second half and have several hours more in the park. Yeah, but really, 12 o'clock, like clockwork. People are hungry. This is the 12 to 1, so it's time for us to get back on the road.
Running down the same road like so many times before. I never felt as lonely, but I'm trying not to show. They said it would be easy.
Well, here we are to see General Grant, and this parking lot looks a lot better than when we were here a few hours ago. 2:30 p.m., very, very busy. What is it, 4:30?
Yep.
4:30, a lot better. Sun lower in the sky, I think the pictures are gonna look better, and less crowds, which is always better. Good job. Lighting is everything if you're a photographer or not, like us. But even just the experience of being in the park during sunrise and then now as the sun is lower in the sky here at 4:30 makes a huge difference in just the experience in between the trees, because right now when the sun's lower in the sky, we're getting the sun rays coming through the trees, so it makes it a little bit more like a fantasy. This is the new version of caves. Oh, it is nice and cool in here.
Last stop.
Why, did you trip?
Yeah, it goes down first.
Thanks. Wow, this is amazing. Whew, it was cooler in there. I felt good. This is how long it is. Ta-da! Good job.
Having spent the entire day staring at large trees, what are your thoughts on this specific tree?
Well, General Grant is the widest tree, and I'm here to tell you that's true.
How much lumber is in there?
Well, you know, it's not as girthy as, what's the other? Sherman. What an incredible first day here in the van. For the first day of adventure here in 2 national parks, the surprise ending at the beautiful lake right by our campsite. We're staying in Princess Campground. I grabbed the very last spot because so many people are camping right now, which is wonderful, but it is very competitive. So I found a spot in Sequoia National Forest, different than the national park, much less competitive, and just as beautiful. The interesting part about this evening is that, yes, we don't have a toilet in the car, which really hasn't been a problem today, but there's also no showers in the campground because, due to these unprecedented times in COVID-19. So we've got some body wipes, we'll do some body wiping, but most importantly, you know what we will do this evening. Say it with me. Everybody will be bear aware. Welcome to Yosemite, exploding in popularity with movies like Dawn Wall and Free Solo. We're excited to take you around for the 2 days that we have here.
Hey, wasn't sure.
No, you're fine.
Do we get a little brochure with our entry? All right, sweet. All right, sick. Thank you.
All this time, it was never enough. So please slow down.
Checking in to Yosemite during COVID-19, after we booked our flight to come out to California, essentially to come to Yosemite, realized that they are doing permits only. You can't just come and show up. There was every 15th of the month you can submit to try to get a pass just to come in just to drive through here for the day. That was way sold out by the time that I had realized this was even going on. So the workaround is that we are paying for 2 cabins in the park, because if you have accommodation within the park, obviously all the campgrounds were filled up, then you can come in. In Yosemite, there are 6 different areas. We came in down here. We're going to take this one-way Glacier Point road tonight, check out those views before we then head into the valley for tomorrow. And then since we're going to Mammoth Lakes from here on our way out, the final day we'll leave through this area on the east side.
We need more than hopes and wishes for us to make it through the night.
Notice you can't see much? On top of COVID-19, we're also dealing with wildfires around California. So they're not close to Yosemite, but all the smoke is over here. So it's impacting visibility a little bit. You may think that, hey, maybe we don't know how to use the white balance like normal on the camera, but I promise, wildfires.
So we're just getting here and we're just concerned that maybe we're not even gonna see anything the whole time. I don't know.
7 years tonight. I've been told that time will heal all our wounds and our sorrows too. No more
put my Instagram outfit on since the last 30 seconds. And it is not ideal, but oh, that's Half Dome.
Is it?
What do you mean, is it? Whoa, I can't believe I got my reaction on camera. It's hidden behind this rock.
That was a genuine reaction. You were focused on your hat and you're like, oh, it's pretty. Do you want to come up to
Oh
this
my
rock?
God, I can't believe it's all smoky. Obviously, we are concerned about all of the people that this is actually affecting, like people losing their homes, people being evacuated. But nothing is assumed on YouTube. You always have to say those things. So no, we don't have the worst of it here because our trip to Yosemite is being ruined. But you know, just gotta say these things, okay? So then what, like this is Bridal, I think that's Bridalveil Falls. You can hear it when it's quiet and then it's coming from, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah, visibility could be worse out here. This isn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean it's bad, but maybe we can boost the contrast. Try. Even with the smoke, Washburn Point was so incredible that we actually ended up spending an hour just right here looking at the view. So didn't exactly anticipate that, but if we want to make the Centennial Viewpoint hike before sunset, we gotta keep going. Honey, did you go for a walk?
Here, get it. I need this shot.
Did you go for a walk today? At Glacier Point, if you walk the short hike to the very end, you have kind of a 360-degree panorama of everything. And for the first time, we're seeing Yosemite Valley, which is where we're sleeping tonight. And it's directly below us. And Tim's on his phone. Do you have service here or something?
I'm doing customer service right now for Trip Travel Gear. Okay, it doesn't stop.
Oh, there's service.
Crystal only got 5 out of 6 pieces on her pack and keep set. So guess what? I'm gonna make it right now.
Thanks, Tim.
Dude, that's just part of it. You got to do it.
If you're new to the channel, this is our travel gear brand that we sell on Amazon, and you can check out this backpack and our packing cubes in the link below.
There we go.
Hi! Glacier Point, 10 out of 10. The silver lining is that these masks are great smoke protectors. Well, COVID definitely has its perks because this parking lot is a lot bigger than we initially noticed, and I can't even imagine how crowded that would be at a regular time. I think Yosemite's at about 20% capacity, and we're so lucky to be here right now.
That felt like plenty of people out there.
That was a lot of people still, and there's no tour buses. Stay. She said it was clear this morning. It just blew in.
Well, maybe the winds will change.
Maybe the winds will change.
There, that's home sweet home. Got your bear box so you stay bear aware. And for $160 a night, you get this light. And if that all wasn't enough, a very, very comfy bed with army blankets.
Stay awake every night just to catch. I've said it many times, I know I would change my ways, I know for sure. When all the crows decide to leave, they settle down beneath my feet. I've got it right and I got it wrong, but I learned my lesson hanging on. Come sit here with me by the fire and let it go for a little while. So be
Well, with 2 nights in the park, that leaves us 1 full day, and we're spending all of it right here in Yosemite Valley.
We had a complete misunderstanding of the dog situation in Yosemite. We thought she could go on just like every trail with us here. It's the same deal as every other national park in the US where dogs are allowed, can't take them on trails. She can go in paved areas though, which is
Paved
nice.
trails.
And there's plenty of things to walk around and just do these like easy little trails up to points of interest.
Like right here, the upper and lower falls.
Which may not be falling. It's looking awfully dry up there. Looking a little dry. The waterfall may be dry, but at least it's smoky.
Well, you'll notice in these interesting rock formations that at one point there was water falling through them. Days ago,
Use your
millions
hand,
of years
use
ago.
your hand to do a special effect of where the water. Okay. Can you fix this in post? Perfect. It's so amazing. That was worth the drive.
Although it is August and we're on one of the most popular trails in all of Yosemite, do you hear how quiet it is? There's been bouts of people and their kids and families and bikes and dogs, but look at, we're right by the big rock on the Falls trail hike. I doubt this happens a lot. I know why it's so quiet all of a sudden. Tim, can you guess? What time is it?
Oh, it's lunchtime.
I bet it is 12:05, 12:10.
Wait, we can play this. I bet it's
That's
11.
why it's quiet.
It's 12:13.
We are just along Northside Drive, right in Yosemite Loop. We're gonna have lunch in this parking spot, and just across the street is a river with a bunch of people enjoying the water. So that's after lunch. Life is good.
I think the surprise is going to be when the water's freezing cold.
Okay, for the win at the last second before this trip, we ordered an inflatable stand-up paddleboard to our house in Florida. It came in a case and we flew with it as checked luggage all the way to California. If you can believe it, it's only 20 pounds and you're currently watching our first time using it. We don't know anything about this brand or anything. It just ended up being one of the best things we had on this trip. Oh God.
There we go.
It's not inflated all the way. I thought you were just gonna sit.
Huh?
It's too tippy, not inflated to do.
No, I got this.
We're going in for sure.
That's it.
I don't believe you.
Thanks, first voyage. I thought this would be faster.
Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. You'll never feel alone as long as you're with me. Get rid of all your sorrows in the summer city. There's no place on earth I would rather be. The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh to yourself, and I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms.
We didn't really realize it, but we've kind of left the swimming area and fair wind at all times.
We went farther than we expected.
Is that El Cap? I'm not sure if that's it. Wait, is it?
It's just a rock. Like, you can call it whatever you want. Other people can call it whatever they want.
Is that actually it though? This is the best spot to look at it from then.
Let's just sit here and look at it.
Because we were in the field earlier and it was just a bunch of bugs.
Yeah, this is we should cut down this tree. This tree's in the way.
In the true spirit of the National Park Service, cut down this tree.
Everyone knows I'm kidding. Well, everyone who watches us knows I'm kidding. And then everyone who this is their first video can just hate me in the comments. Yeah, come on. Good girl.
This is ridiculous.
What we've learned today in our Yosemite Valley loop is the fact that the nature of it being a loop, everyone who did not stay in the park is coming in through the park and following the same loop together. So they're all kind of hitting the same sites along the loop. Since we stayed in the park and since we're always just trying to find the best way to do whatever, we tried to start at the end of the loop, so that is the north side if you're looking on the map. Right behind me is Bridalveil Falls, one of the most famous points to look at here in the park. It's also one of the first things that you drive by in the loop, so we saw so many cars here this morning. Here at 5 o'clock p.m., granted, these are unprecedented times and the park's at 20% capacity, but no one is here, and the lighting in the afternoon is beautiful because now the sun has shifted from behind the falls to shining at the falls. Oh, and bonus, These falls actually have some water. Morning from our third and final day here in Yosemite. We're so lucky. We woke up, looked up, and it's clear. So we're bombing back over to Tunnel View, which we drove past but hardly showed you on our first day in here, and gonna go check out the sights to really see the park for the first time now that the smoke has cleared. Smoke has lifted. We can see all of the greens and everything, but now we just have the morning mist. So to get that glowing mountain rock, it's a sunset view, but the mist looks so neat. And just the fact that we can now see blue sky and green trees makes it also real. So glad we're at least getting a moment of normal. And 3 days was not even close to enough time in Yosemite. Where I take you now in is up here on Highway 120, Tioga Road. Oh my gosh! Oh, look!
This is a better view than Tunnel View.
This is amazing. If this video at all was entertaining or helpful, if you give us a thumbs up down below, it tells YouTube that we're not complete idiots, even though we kind of are.
Baby! Baby! Safety.
Bear aware at all times.
Hey, bear!
What if there was just a bear right there then?
They turn our homes into ashes. We fled out the back door. We ran towards the city lights. Oh, the city lights. Still not used to all this concrete. Abandoned cars in the outskirts where we sit and eat. We sleep in the backseat.
Reasons we can't use this in the video, but just to put in context what's going on in the car, we're blasting the Pocahontas soundtrack.
But when we're done with this city, we're going back to the hills to take it all back somehow. We're taking it back somehow.
Almost 10,000 feet on Tioga Road. So happy it finally cleared up and we're getting our last view of Half Dome in the background. I think I feel the elevation already. This mountainous road is only open during the summer. It doesn't even open until June. spend these few days in Yosemite. So you might be wondering what time of year is best to come to Yosemite. And of course it would depend on what you're planning on doing. Here in August, some things like some of the waterfalls were dried up, so I suppose that was kind of a bummer, but we have beautiful, beautiful sunny and warm weather. Down in Yosemite Valley, it gets pretty hot. It can be in the 90s, so if you are going on long hikes, that is very warm. But up on Tioga Pass with high elevation, it's pretty wonderful to have the warmer weather because at the high elevation, it doesn't always typically get so warm up high. Tioga Pass is also only open between May and November, so that might not be open if you come early in the spring or the late fall. I'm sure no matter what time of year, it is insanely beautiful, and fortunately we are literally about to leave this second. Look.
Hello. All right, you too.
Hey, look, it's our friend. We would love to come back in the winter and ski Mammoth, but here in late August 2020, we'll be spending our time exploring as many of the dozens of alpine lakes in the area that we can in 2 days.
We're here on Silver Lake, which has one of the oldest resorts in the area. It's over 100 years old. And we got to revisit one of our pastimes, staying at RV resorts.
Mammoth Lakes might be in the mountains, but it's all about getting out on the water. Hey, like today! Okay, Silver Lake isn't technically in the Mammoth zip code for all of you comment warriors, but it is just north, essentially at the base of June Mountain ski area. We got back to our old roots and stayed at the RV park at Silver Lake Resort for $44 a night. And with just a 2-minute walk to the lake, we saw kayak rentals for only $25 an hour. But we're completely swayed by the affordable $45 half-day boat rentals many people were using for fishing, but we use mainly just for sunbathing. Of course, we don't go anywhere without our own travel gear and our compressible, water-resistant $20 backpack, which was the perfect way to pack some sunscreen, snacks, and a beer or two. Is June Lake. That is the spot. If you want the beach, I guess. It must be a popular place. It's got all these people.
Dude, the mask is covering it. This is the face when you got a bag full of burritos. Most important part of getting ready for any hike. Beauty.
Looking cute.
Beads of jade. Oh, beauty.
Van life. We're here at the Crystal Lake trailhead up to Crystal Lake.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say
We have about 900 vertical feet over 1.5 miles on the Crystal Lake Trail, and it feels so good to actually hike, because in Yosemite, in our previous experience a couple days ago with Pepper, no true hiking. They can just go on the paved trails. So we're actually stretching our legs for the first time on this California road trip.
4 minutes into the hike, we're already sweating and struggling with the climb. Who would have thought August would be so warm? Whoa! How's that downhill treating you?
Not very good.
Well, you do have a small fluffy dog to protect. What do you see out there?
Nature's wonders. Apart from snow, nothing can really shock me anymore on this trip.
We're lucky. Truly,
It's
Odin
raining.
smiles upon us. We're getting rain. Good thing you brought your rain jacket, right?
Oh yeah.
Goes to California, drought, wildfires, gets rained on.
California. Whoa. Oh my gosh. All of the lakes. The Crystal Lake hike, I actually had no idea. It ends up, I'm assuming this is probably Crystal Lake, and you can only access it by this trail. It was really steep getting up here, but it's only 1 mile. And I would recommend shoes you don't care about because it's insanely dusty. And if you just think that because we're here in August and fire season, it even rained. So even dusty and rain. And maybe bring your bathing suit.
This little trail hike today was an awesome way to spend the day. We saw so many lakes. There were just like great lookouts, great places to stop along the way. And then at the very end, you could just chill by that beautiful lake up there, put your feet in. There were people swimming, just an awesome way to get the most out of the day in the area. Obviously, so many hikes to do around here. You could spend all summer doing it. So many activities. But we got to keep this train going. Well. This is one of our favorite things to do. No matter where we're traveling, whether it's international in the RV or for these next 3 weeks doing the van life thing, just the reality of travel, life on the road. So way too many Instagram accounts and YouTube channels just people out there van lifing. And one thing that we've never been able to figure out is just how they manage internet. We have unlimited packages through AT&T. We have mobile hotspots to use. You can hear the little crinkle crinkle of a mouse. That's Allison. She's making herself a little salad.
More salad.
In a parking lot. Why are we in a parking lot? Well, we're hanging outside the library where there's actual good internet speeds.
Well, kind of. My computer is running out of battery sitting up by, because it's not strong enough out here. This isn't like complaining, this is just like
No,
the reality
not at all.
of and why we can't do this full time, because like we just can't run. The US just has like the worst internet in the world.
I mean, we've got great internet in certain spots, but when it comes to having fantastic internet in the middle of nowhere, like rural Vietnam in a jungle kicks America's butt every time.
Again, camping, seeing nature is not about Wi-Fi, but a lot of people watch this channel to consider doing something like this full time. And this is definitely the biggest challenge. So if anybody has better solutions out there, like all you grandfathered in Verizon people, I see you. I see you out there.
People who are grandfathered in Verizon love to tell you that they're grandfathered in
That's why I'm
Verizon.
mentioning it, because I'm just like prefacing all the comments below that are like, you should have just been grandfathered in Verizon.
Yeah, working on the road. Internet,
Floor salad.
floor salad.
Should I get up? Should I get up and run? Stop dead right before it happens.
Welcome to South Lake Tahoe.
I was the morning.
Bingo.
Whoa. I didn't realize how big it was. You can't see the other side of the lake. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so
Okay.
we get to experience that all the time. But out here in the desert, I didn't realize they had such a big lake. Ooh, I love it. Arriving in late August with fires raging across the state, we weren't sure how much of Tahoe we would be able to see. We want to thank you for sitting through a few ads on this video, as a portion of our ad revenue will be donated to assist in California wildfire relief. Just rolled into Bliss State Park in Tahoe.
So upset. She's just. That's what happens when you don't eat your breakfast, sweetie.
Pepper, you should have eaten that. You thought it was not very good, Pepper.
about yourself. Wondering how it could go so wrong, but you didn't call for help. Well, let me tell you about the trees and the seas, how it's all connected. The flowers and the birds and bees, the northern lights, yeah, we're all affected.
Coming into Tahoe last night, it was so smoky as we expected, and I hardly had the heart to turn on the camera because it's just so disappointing. Asked all of you on Instagram yesterday if we should just go up to Oregon, and we're just kind of playing day by day. We feel so lucky now. The skies seem to be clearing up, and the main reason I was so disappointed is it looks like Tahoe is one of the most beautiful places we've ever been.
When we told you all that we were heading to Tahoe on this trip, one of the things that we heard far and away is the most popular things to do is to actually leave Tahoe, drive up to Truckee, and do some rafting up here. So that's what we're doing today.
One, two, three. Yeah. Awesome. And then do something wild on the third one. I don't know what that would be.
Wow, still doing it.
We've survived all class ones, on to class 2. Deemer, how have the first rapids been? Are you terrified?
I'm kind of shutting down internally right now.
All right, let's go forward paddle. We're gonna go from mountain to splash here.
Woo! Oh my God!
Stop! Forward!
Woo! Wait, that's why I got the helmet. I didn't even hear what he said. I was just like, yeah! Oh my God! Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm at Disney World. This is amazing. Double backflip?
You want me to land on my head?
Just a butt slide? Then?
Find a new suit.
Backflip?
What?
Do a backflip off the bow.
Oh God, no.
Is it deep enough? He'll put me in the middle. I trust you.
Wait, did I lose everything? Yeah, no glasses. Think this through.
It's brisk.
I gotta do a backflip now.
Nailed it.
Ugh,
Nailed it.
I believe.
This was literally my goal for 2020, is to do a backflip.
Oh.
Don't follow me, David.
Okay, do you want me to go back?
Woo! Ooh, that was almost like a gainer. That was sick.
That was way better.
Woo! 11 out of 10.
I'm gonna go again.
Yeah, you go again.
Okay. Woohoo! Now that I know where the bar is set.
I got it, David. Don't worry.
Winning.
Woo!
That's better. Very nice. Oh yeah, he did. Are you gonna do one now? Yeah, do one.
Let's see it.
I'm gonna try and grab it on the.
All right.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Class 3.
Class 3, baby. Maybe 4.
A 3 plus.
3 plus. All good.
Oh my adrenaline just kicked in.
And forward again. And stop. Changing the settings on it. There we go. Alright! This is sweet! We're surfing, baby! Okay, we're gonna get a little sideways here. Alright. And it's gonna cut the side. Yeah! Stop, lean in, look up, start! Alright, you ready, baby?
That was sick. 10.
10. It was fun.
Scary enough, but still fun. I think bigger would have been like too scary.
Lots of learning, lots of jokes.
Great group.
Last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh,
That's it.
nice.
Okay, what an awesome day with Tahoe Whitewater. This was not a partnership or anything, it was just a random Google find and it ended up being so awesome, but probably the highlight of the day was meeting Sienna, the yellow lab, who is a cliff jumping dog. Now off to get our dog who spent the day with a rover.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal.
To see it today, thank God. This is so unreal. It's different, but it reminds me of Banff. For both of us being from the Midwest and coming out here, I can't believe places like this exist in the States. You could spend every summer here and not even see it all. There have been multiple state parks around the lake. I didn't realize it's so big. It takes an hour just to drive, or more than an hour to get up to the other side. Whitewater rafting was so awesome today. You can bike, the paddleboarding, kayaking, boating, hiking, and then just the sunset or sunrise views from any point in the entire lake would be different. The water's crystal clear. You can even scuba dive in the lake here. Like, all you need is Tahoe.
We still have tomorrow.
We have tomorrow. If I would have known, I just would have booked the whole trip here. Oh my gosh! The third and it's clear and the water is so blue. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited, we have a clear day. We are on the East Coast, woo, Nevada side, and this is just a really rocky coastline area that's all kind of like a DIY. There's just parking if you can find it on the side of the road, and then you hike these very steep trails down to just a little kind of rocky cliff that you can either put in a paddleboard, and we've got this awesome inflatable one that we brought on this trip. But there's plenty of places on the lake to rent a paddleboard. There's also dog-friendly beaches. There's state parks. There's lots of places to get into the water. We just kind of like this more off the beaten path, find your own little private area. Granted, there's 10 cars up there, but we think that we can find our own little spot here on the lake.
Bye, Pepper.
To leave Tahoe. You can tell the sun is low in the sky. Sorry for the noise. It's got to be 5 or 6 o'clock. What an amazing, amazing place. I don't know. This was just, wow, Tahoe. Well, we will be back. We will be back. I love it here. I love it here.
We pulled over to take some pictures over by the Napa sign with the van. Time kind of got away on us, and we realized that we were going into a wine tasting on an empty stomach. So, with a quick rummage through the kitchen here, we found some cold cans of chili. So, there is beautiful Finny just smashing cold chili.
Behind the Instagram. This episode brought to you by Amy's Chili.
Hold on, wait a second, take it slow. What are you doing to me? Hold on, wait a second, don't you know that you're always on my
castle! I didn't expect a castle. Well, I did because you told me, but... That's sick. That's a more legit castle than when we visited castles in other countries.
Pepper, I want to go to Napa. I want to go. Let's go have some wine.
Okay, sorry. Okay. I love dogs. Someday I will have time for it. Let's find you a nice table and get you tasting.
Wait a minute, can every castle tour be like that?
What's that?
You should just do like the Europe castle tours that are like 2 hours of all the history. You're just like, oh my gosh.
So it's 5 minutes and then...
5 minutes full castle, and then you're just like, here, wine.
All right, let's grab a seat.
Well, that was great. The 60-second castle tour, I love it. We're celebrating this day in Napa in the most Italian way we thought possible, since we were scheduled to be in Tuscany right now. So I booked us at Castel della Manosa, and we're going to speak Italian all day. Right behind me you will see muralist Francis.
That sounds more Russian.
That's all I got.
Sounds very Russian.
He is hand painting a mural on the wall in this castle at this moment. So let's just pretend that we're in Tuscany. We're Russians in Tuscany.
Maybe you can reset and how would you order some water in Italy?
Un bicchiere di acqua.
Allora.
I was studying Italian before going to Italy, but when the trip got canceled, I kind of... Allora.
We'll of course be reviewing wines today, using our expertise, but we are in a castle, so it's going to be on a curve.
Okay. Rosato. Cresta d'oro means crown of gold.
Oh, de oro.
It's
En
Spanish.
español.
Just you're reaching. Just don't.
Allora.
This is amazing. This is a $100 bottle. It is well, it says a super Tuscan blend. It doesn't say what it has, but I remember he said Sangiovese,
Bellissima.
a Cabernet, and one other. Don't remember. More, please.
Single vineyard voyager, like me, I'm a pirate.
And pirate and his dragon. No dragon on the
Wine country
Sangiovese.
pirate. Barone is the king.
I just gotta get that.
The king.
Bone-in ribeye steak, whiskey, peppercorn sauce, blue cheese, bacon burger. Prime rib on Christmas. This is our big bold cap.
Yeah.
Bellissimo.
Molto bene. Castello. Oh, how very royal.
That actor. And this is on video. What did you do to me? I'm gonna delete this.
We just finished up our tasting with Matt. If you could be so lucky as to have Matt bring plenty of banter, be ready with quick replies. I'm not, because I just drank a bunch of wine.
We were expecting a stuffy experience in Napa at a castle, but that was so fun and silly, and now we just have this very interesting perspective. Why do I Russian
this
every
is terrible.
time?
That was more like Transylvania. Just, you need to reset and say, molto bene, allora, it's not a sing, a song.
Bicchiere di acqua.
There you go.
Right, so why a castle, and is this just kind of like a Disney World touristy thing for coming to Napa? The very popular winery Visa Tui, which is in the Napa region, became so profitable that the owner decided to build a castle just as a fan of castles to live here, then ended up turning it into another winery. But this entire castle, which I forget is acres in size, over 100 rooms, is all built actually like a castle in the medieval times, and it was only just completed in the early 2000s. So he had people from all over the world coming in and hand building this castle, hand carving every stone. They didn't even use cement in the grout. It's like sand and other elements to use, since that's what they would have used in the times. So I think that really comes through of why Tim and I have been saying, no, this really feels not tacky and like a legitimate experience, because it took 30 years to build and it looks like that.
Arrivederci.
Grazie.
Molto bene. Allora,
Arrivederci.
back door. But it's not what you're made for, and there's nothing that is too late for. Out of the cold into my warm hand, in the sun. It's already begun. You are my one. With a simple mind, we should find some more time. We don't need to worry at all.
This is scary.
I ain't scared. This is just the van life. We're taking a break
This
from
is
the
camping.
boats.
Ooh, it's cold here.
The Mark Hopkins Hotel is right on Nob Hill, only steps away from Chinatown. We used our free anniversary night certificate from our IHG credit card, and with no additional pet fee, it was truly free.
Oh wow, cool. So cold and so foggy. It's so weird. It was just 90 degrees in Napa. Tim is parking the car, and it's time for us to take a little break from filming.
No tourist trip to San Francisco is complete without a visit to Fisherman's Wharf and Pier 39, right? But the walk all the way from Nob Hill was a great way to see different San Francisco neighborhoods and burn off some of that Chinese food.
You're whispering a symphony I know. Breathing the breeze and trying to grow.
There's obviously a lot more to do here in the city by the bay, but we mostly used this weekend as a time to recharge as our halfway point along this road trip.
Morning. Quick jaunt down from San Francisco, and we find ourselves in Monterey Bay this morning.
And this is the #1 item on my bucket list. I'm so excited to go whale watching. And the bonus is that dogs are allowed on this tour, so Pepper's coming with us. Let's get going, the boat's leaving.
Thank you.
Monterey Bay contains the largest and deepest submarine canyon in North America, comparable in size and shape to the Grand Canyon. So it brings these deep water species to be found closer to shore.
First marine mammal of the day. If you look off to the right, this snutter looks like it's munching on some breakfast. That's Carlos, who likes to hang out right at that little ledge.
Today, Pepper's helping us search for humpbacks, who are here in the summer and fall from Mexico, feeding in the cold, nutrient-rich water.
All right, guys, so we are coming up to an area where that other vessel there did spot a whale, so we're just slowing down, searching for that whale. I do believe that it's down on a dive right now.
Something to keep in mind, Allison is not only an albatross expert, but also a whale expert. Allison Finney, humpy expert.
Oh my God.
Our first whale tailer fluke. That was very exciting, finally.
And then you see the ring in the
You
water
can see
that
that
leaves.
smooth patch of water
cool.
that's
The
at our 9
photographer said
o'clock.
it's like
That's the whale's fluke print. So the whales displace that water as they dive down. Very similar to how we leave footprints in the sand. Whales leave
So
fluke
cool.
prints in the water.
Allison, what would you call that? What's the technical term for it?
I'm thinking a fluke print, but if I had to guess.
You're such a fluke junkie. Whoa!
Our captain got a call on the radio that a nearby boat spotted a blue whale. The blue whale is the largest animal to ever live on Earth. It reaches lengths of 80 to 100 feet. We're in location number 3. All the boats, vessels are radioing each other. We're looking for a spout.
At this point, we've seen so many humpies. They're like, we're gonna go see a non-humpy whale. So now we're looking for other.
It is almost blue whale season here, which on their chart looks like a larger whale than the blue whale. And the humpback whale is as long and twice as wide as the boat that we're on. I can't even believe that, even though we've just been seeing them.
Allison Finney, whale expert.
I have so much adrenaline, like I can't even stop moving my eyes around.
I know. it couldn't get better. So now we're tracking this blue whale around here, which we can't get as close as with the humpies.
The humpies, because he's fast.
How fast is he?
He's fast and he goes down for 8 minutes. So we keep missing him. But we saw 3 flukes and that's super unusual. Oh, here it is.
Comes the tail, get ready.
It's so big that like they can call out where it is. Then you see the middle hump, and then they're like, the tail is coming, wait for it, and then it pops up. It's just like so slow and so
Awesome,
big.
awesome. Look at that.
If you want to, you just go to my house.
We'll be there. We'll bring pizza.
There we go.
Okay.
Have you been here before?
I have not.
I'll give you the best spot, buddy.
Yeah.
We start first in the coastline, make a left here, down,
Uh-huh.
and then follow the red dotted line.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're thinking the best thing to do after whale watching is to come down to the 17-mile drive in Pebble Beach. It's kind of interesting that you pay $10.50 to go on a drive, but we're here to see the coastline. It's a gorgeous sunny day, and it's hard to fit 2 really big activities into one day. Whale watching was kind of exhausting, so it was nice to kind of just like take a rest, take a break. It's not like you want to go on a hike or something physical. A nice little cruise along the ocean, stopping, taking some pictures, is a great way to spend the second half of the day.
Yeah, he's just out there spinning, he's washing his head.
This is some of the most beautiful stuff we've ever captured on video, and sometimes it's just the right lens. This telephoto, you can just point it at things and it just automatically looks beautiful. That and a nice sunset. Wow. Welcome to Carmel by the Sea, arguably America's friendliest dog town. If this wasn't the cutest place I've ever seen in my life. Well, the number one tip I can give you for driving Big Sur is that if you're driving southbound, the passenger is right here on the ocean, and if you're driving northbound, you are inside on the earth, on the cliff side.
We just pulled over the car. Like, this was a great vantage point to do the droning, to shoot with the This is one of the most just like beautiful panoramas that I've seen anywhere. It's jaw-dropping. We got great light. I don't get this worked up about views all the time. This is beautiful.
We're so lucky. We love our jobs. We love our life. This is awesome. We got,
high five. Oh, geez.
We got some sunshine.
It was worth waiting for the sun to come out, huh? Man. All right, let's go get more. Guess I'll clean that off better next time I suction cup that out.
Oh, that was scary. Good thing there was a place to turn that to pull off, because look at the cliff. But there was this short little pull off. Almost lost a GoPro, but hey, that's what they're for. Continuing to head south to where our campsite is tonight, and not sure if we're gonna have smoke or sun, but we'll have to see.
So you thought you got it made for easy living, slipping out the back door.
Private dog and private business, Fernwood Campground. Which the question is, could it be the most expensive campground in the world? Mug of our Napa Gerard mixed whites. Pepper's dinner. When you and Tim admiring this flying robot. There's usually a campground map and some instructions and information. Now back to the show. This campground is $100 a night. The past 3 nights, they've all been $80. What are cows doing here? So the cows have the best real estate in the whole country. State parks are usually like $35, $40. It's not like you get different services or anything. These are all closed here due to the fires. They're all the fire camps for the firemen. So here's a little bit of the map, and I don't know, this is not exciting information if you do this a lot, but if you're new to this lifestyle or considering a camping trip or something like this, it's all just very similar. And then you get your little spot. I have a picnic table and a little bonfire ring. Obviously fires are not permitted right now. And then there's shared bathrooms that you can go and use at the state parks with that cheaper price. You're usually using quarters or tokens for your shower, or even maybe only have a pit toilet and not running water. And then here, I will show you the bathrooms when I get there. So we crossed the bridge.
21, I see.
Okay.
Oh, those guys in our cross.
Perfect.
And then we're at 24. Ooh, we have power?
Oh, fancy. Lovely, lovely.
We did try stopping at 2 different state beach and coastal area beach access areas. Everything's closed unless you have reservations. So not only is this the best option, it's the only option.
Perfect summer is over in a
Last chance for the paddleboard, and we're still so glad we brought it.
Bringing the paddleboard was such a good idea. I think we used it 4 or 5 times this whole trip, but they were in spots we couldn't get paddleboards.
been here for quite some time, but my heart tells
Okay.
So it's only 20 pounds. Yes, I can set it up. It doesn't have to be Tim. And it's a little bit of a workout to get it inflated, but the real workout starts when you have to get it up to 15 PSI.
Hi, paddle baby.
bright lights and colors. Love is for the ones who dare to wait. No use in running.
This is the most obvious thing if you're from California, but we're west of Santa Barbara right now, and there are a bunch of places we saw along 101 that you can pull off and get to the beach here. Feels like we're finally van lifing. For real though. Like, we didn't have plans today. We saw everybody pulled off to the side of the highway. Here we are. perfect.
Oh my gosh. The kelp forest scuba is gonna be so scary tomorrow.
You were out there pretty far.
It's so pretty. That was the scouting mission, Tim. You have to go out and bring the GoPro. It's so pretty. I guess I kind of just thought that kelp was like laying on the surface. Like you can like see it.
Stranding.
You can see the whole plant, but it just like fades off into the abyss. I don't know how deep it is out here. It's so pretty. We gotta show you guys. Let's go. New mission.
I don't know why this feels so spooky. It's just not like the ocean that we're familiar with. I don't know what we'll be hiding in these tomorrow. I mean, even if we see a friendly sea lion or something just come peeking around, it's gonna, yeah. I mean, you're just surrounded by seaweed right now, but just still looking down there, like trying to see through it. It's spooky. Again, if you're from California, no big deal. This is why we travel though. Learn about seaweed. It was good. It's still sort of creepy, and it shouldn't be. It's just seaweed, I don't know.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
For a bit of spontaneity. We didn't have very much on this trip, which is really what the camper van is all about. But you know, doing national parks like Sequoia, Yosemite, even competitive places like Tahoe, you do kind of need a plan if you want to find some of those great nights. Tonight is our last night in the van because we have hotels booked the following 2 nights, just so that we can clean out the van, sleep after scuba diving, that kind of stuff. Do I have the keys?
I found this hat out in the kelp. If somebody wants this, send us an email, ship it to you.
Tim, always picking up garbage. Good job.
It's an eco-friendly shower.
That's van life, baby. I was just saying to Tin that the only thing that could make today better is a little visit to an In-N-Out. And thankfully, dotted all along the California coast.
Oh my god. Do you see that?
Oh my god. Well, it's Labor Day. Maybe there's like tourists. Okay, if you're from another country or from a region of the US, you don't know what this is. It's just a fast food chain. It's so good. It's like a cult, okay? So it's like when you are in an area of the country where there is one, you gotta have it. We've passed 2 others throughout this trip that we haven't stopped at because the lines have been ridiculous. Northbound outside of LA and then kind of like southbound leaving San Francisco on the weekend, like on a Friday night.
Fresno
just like,
too, it was insane.
Oh yeah, Fresno, 100 cars, like almost out onto the highway exit in some strip mall where there's like not even enough space to put all these cars waiting in the In-N-Out drive-thru. So we'll go scope the scene if we can even get in there. Oh my god. Okay, there's not even like a...
There's 2 lines.
No way. Well, maybe it's super fast though?
I doubt it. We could go pull in and put our order in person. I bet that's way faster.
Are you allowed to go in?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those people are going in.
Okay.
All right.
If you're from another country and you're watching it and you made jokes about Americans and hamburgers, I mean, it's not a joke apparently.
Yeah.
Guilty
And
as
here
charged.
we are.
I sure like these hamburgers and we'll wait hours for them.
I don't know if this is relevant. We haven't been eating beef or pork just to try that out. I don't know. So this is a big deal because neither of us can really remember the last time we had it. So
I don't think this year.
in all of 2020?
I had a beef hot dog and that's barely even beef.
We had ham at Easter, and we had ham at Easter.
Yeah,
that might have
I
been
think
it. I
that's
don't know.
In-N-Out Burger is worth breaking that streak. Then we'll get back on the wagon. If you're willing to get out of your car here, you can save about an hour of your life to get your hamburger. This is not high stakes.
Oh boy.
That does not look good on camera, but that looks amazing in real life.
Wait, all these people have little boxes and stuff. Why ours is all like flop?
I asked for it to go. I thought we were eating in the van at first.
Oh. I didn't know.
This beautiful baby is on me.
Okay.
Your gluten-free goodness is in there somewhere.
Thank you.
Okay.
That sauce is so good. It's like what's called animal sauce, right? And it's like Thousand Island.
I think it's special sauce. Yeah. I might eat 2 of these.
What is it like to eat beef?
I missed it.
Yeah.
Last night in the van, and in a proud tradition, I can't imagine spending it anywhere else but the parking lot of Cracker Barrel. Feels like home. One very sleepy dog. Oh, here she is, the home mocker.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. This has been so much fun. Tomorrow's gonna be so crazy. I'm kind of nervous, and I'm just happy to be in California. It's so cool here. I just like feel cool.
It's okay to be happy. It's the last time making the bed.
this last corner.
These sheets are getting burnt.
I don't think I'm gonna make it. This corner's not gonna happen.
We're gonna throw them in a dumpster and throw a match on top. Except, no, not California.
This is like,
Okay, I'm gonna come help you.
This is like not the right size. This is like not a normal size bed, so it's just like...
Here, I know somebody who can help you. One dirty dog. One dirty, sandy, dirty beach dog.
Hi, dirty beach dog. Okay.
On second thought, we will not be staying at our beloved Cracker Barrel. I was taking Pepper for night potties and walked by a sign that just said no overnight parking here. And this Cracker Barrel's not freestanding, it's in this mall area, and it's all part of the same no parking area. We have an early enough morning as it is. We don't want to get woken up by a knock on the door. It's just not a good feeling. Meanwhile, Allison. Hi, Allison.
Hi, everybody. I don't feel good. Sorry.
She's getting ready for Scuba. Well. After all that smack talk, here we are, crawling back into her warm embrace for our final night. Just now in the context, again, if you're not from the US and you're watching this, now we've made a big day of going to eat hamburgers and sleeping at Walmart. Kind of want to light off some fireworks and shoot an AR. Let's have an all-American episode, and we are not the only people sleeping here tonight. Finney's giggling in the back. Is that it? Is that all we got tonight?
No countries will let us in. This is the only thing we can do right now.
We're stuck. Wow. There's some van lives here, and there are some van lives here. What do you want to do?
Just go over by the other RV.
Okay.
Or we can go to the overlander spot.
Beside the sign saying no overnight parking, that Walmart was pretty gross anyways. There looked like some sketch stuff going on there, so we're gonna invest 10 whole more minutes in going to an iOverlander spot that's really well reviewed and recently reviewed. Maybe there'll be some van life over there. We're here, and here is still in Ventura, California. iOverlander app to the rescue. There is one RV parked alongside the road already. Not our favorite place to sleep. It is right next to the road, but it looks safe enough. And there's other people here. I mean, it's unprecedented time, so there's no camping available. This is what you get. Perfect. We just need to sleep.
We just need it for like 6 hours. Scuba.
Scuba. Good night. How come you never see any of this on Instagram?
I was laughing with some of you on Instagram a couple hours ago because some guy on YouTube was saying that we always complain and stuff. And it was like on the Alcan Highway driving up to Alaska. I'm like, yeah, there's potholes, this is just what it is. Whatever.
You gotta be flexible.
Oh wait, did we even show how tall we are in here?
Good night, Pepper. A little bit rusty this morning. It's been a little while. Hey Finn, how nervous did you get when part of your equipment is a neoprene hood and booties?
I saw the booties.
There's a hood. You'll be warm.
Yeah. Here, it's gorgeous.
This is Ventura Harbor in Southern California, and we're heading out on only our 12th dive to explore rich kelp forests in the Channel Islands.
From where we'd like to go. I mean, I might stop a little sooner if I find something, but no more than 20 minutes out, so it's a good time to wake up, get your gear together, make sure everything's hooked up, ready to go. All the tanks that were tagged this morning should be full, so please double check your air pressure. If we missed you for any reason, or if you forgot to tag your tank this morning, re-tag it, let us know, we'll top you guys off. But other than that, start getting your suits on and ready to go diving. Thank you.
Woo! Man, buddies. Is your rental wetsuit dry?
Only a little wet from the person yesterday.
Oh, okay.
The 68-degree water temperature will begin immediately to lower the diver's body temperature. The convective heat loss due to the movement of water around them is much more significant and can reduce heat 1,000 times faster than in air. A diver waiting on deck is carrying over 50 pounds of equipment. On this large vessel, the divers must enter the sea via a giant stride water entry. Different from the back roll, the giant stride off this intimidating 3-meter ledge helps spike adrenaline and fear needed to keep their body temperatures high for what lies below. As the divers descend, they see for the first time the true majesty of the kelp forest. But distracted by beauty, the responsibilities of filming themselves and watching for sharks, the divers struggle to remember pressure equalizing strategies, buoyancy techniques, and start to panic. Underwater, there is no option to panic. Deep breaths and a steady gaze help bring down the heart rate and to resume the reason they are here: to explore. Kelp are not plants, but extremely large algae that can measure up to 150 feet or 45 meters high. Giant kelp provide food and shelter for many species and is harvested and used as a binding agent in products like ice cream, ranch dressing, toothpaste, and lotion. And I read all of this off the internet, so it must be true. Give this video a thumbs up for my David Attenborough accent. And if you thought it was terrible, definitely let me know in the comments below. Also, since I completely butchered that, make sure to check out David Attenborough narrate a beautiful episode on this area titled Coastal Waters in the Our Planet series on Netflix.
Instagram, YouTube, just jamming van life down our throats these days. I don't know what the question was, but apparently van life's the answer.
That's van life, baby! And if you're contemplating van life for yourself, whether it be a weekend or a lifetime, this is your one-stop video to answer any question you might have about what it's like in here. Let's start with the bathroom. There is no bathroom. You might watch other videos with full-time van lifers. A lot of those people have custom builds where they have maybe put a bathroom in the van. That's not common in a camper van rental. Coming from a girl's perspective, I will say that I was skeptical, nervous, unsure of how inconvenient that would be, but I will say here after in our third week, it really has not been that big of a deal. Later in this video, and you can check down below in our different mapped out chapters of this video, we will run through where we sleep at night. And we're typically spending a lot of the time in campgrounds, and there are bathrooms and showers in the campgrounds. When we're out doing our activities during the day, we're using things like the pit toilets at state parks or national parks, or even just the restaurant that we're having lunch in. So what do you got going on in here?
Because this is a van, this whole area is your living area. So over here, you got your little like hangout sesh. This is, you know, your dining room too. You've got this magical table. It swivels around. Over here, a mini kitchenette. What could be in a mini kitchenette, you ask? Well, you got running water over here. I know. It's a faucet, only cold water. It's a camper van, it's fine. You've got a microwave. You've got a mini fridge. You've even got a stove up here. What you'd expect in a mini kitchenette. Tim, can you stand up in there? Is it comfortable? You may be asking right now. Look at this. Look at that. 6'1", despite all odds. I hit that level. This is up to 6'5" in here. We got a fan, we got lights. It's crazy, it's insanity. No, it's not. It's a camper van, and it's pretty comfy. But most important, storage on storage on storage. We've got storage over there, storage up here, storage below me, storage over under pipa. And look, even storage under the sink.
Chapter 1 is essentially the preface. It is, how will you be van lifing van life? Do not try to pigeonhole yourself into how someone else is describing van life to you. Know what is going to work best for you, whether this be a weekend vacation, a 2-week trip through a national park, or your full-time new lifestyle. Always keep that in the back of your mind of what your trip or life is going to be like while you listen to our remaining advice and other videos as well.
AKA Champagne Wishes, Van Life Dreams. Here's the thing. One of the reasons van life is so popular is people who are in their custom build-outs or like low-key vans. You can save a lot of money in where you're sleeping because guess what? You can go park in neighborhoods, you can stay at Walmart parking lots for free. The world is your oyster. We are in a branded rental camper van. People are going to notice if we're in neighborhoods, but that works for us because we want to go see state parks, national parks, so we're paying that low nightly park fee, and guess what? We get bathrooms, we get showers, all that stuff. So that is working for our personal trip. However you van life, sleep, and dream, that's all up to you.
Chapter, I'd be remiss if we didn't say it here. My expectation of van life is going to be out the back door every time there's a mountain or ocean view. Despite being in the mountains and being along the ocean for the past 3 weeks, it is very challenging to find those beautiful views. So if you're doing van life just for your business to take those beautiful photos, do not underestimate the challenge it is to find those remote places in order to take those photos through the door. That is not the reality. Here in campgrounds, this is the reality. I'm opening up a can of worms for chapter 3 with Wi-Fi, but I also know that the majority of the people I'm talking to here are considering van life because maybe you can do some work from the road. Tim and I have always had a lot of challenges finding Wi-Fi in the States, in our RV, and here in the van. Our specific Wi-Fi requirements need a lot of upload speed because we have this YouTube business. Your internet requirements might be a quick email from your phone on cell signal. If you picture yourself going off boondocking on BLM free land, we'll talk more about that later, and truly out alone, I would say you're not going to have a lot of cell signal out there or Wi-Fi. If you see yourself stealth camping in an urban environment, of course you're going to have cell signal in downtown LA. In state parks, and definitely national parks, it seems like the second you drive in through the entrance, the cell signal just beautifully disappears. That's because you're out in the wilderness. That's great. It's not a great time to do business. At private campgrounds, sometimes they offer Wi-Fi that's typically not fast enough to even really use. So a big part of what your internet is going to be is whatever your phone gives you access to while you're out and on the road. Since you're out and on the road in mostly wild areas, you may not have a strong cell signal. So in the US, just be confident with your carrier. We've heard that Verizon is the best, and that will give you the best service and best internet access on the road.
Campervan costs, this bad boy, $65 a day. Would you believe it? You should, it's a swinging deal. I looked into small RV rentals on the West Coast. They started at $250 a day. That's a lot more money. If you want to build something out and go live in it, I mean, it really just depends. You could easily spend north of 100K. You could get an old plumbing van and throw a cot in it and probably be out the door for $2,000, right? So it varies a ton. Speaking of variable costs, you've got other things like food, gas, and lodging. So food, whatever you eat, that's what it's going to cost you. It's not going to be much different from home. Gas, this hog gets 16.1 miles per gallon. I know because I've been keeping track. It's pretty good in one of these big vans. Finally, what was the last thing? Accommodations? Just keep this rolling. We'll do it hot.
Yeah, accommodations.
We're staying in state parks and national parks. It's going to cost what it's going to cost. Out on the West Coast, things cost a little bit more. This RV park, it's a private one, $80 a night. When we were staying in state parks, it was more like $40 a night. We could stay in the Walmart parking lot and listen to hot shots from high school rev their big trucks for $0 a night. It's all in what you're looking for.
While you might be researching weather for your trip, think about it in the context of sleeping in a car. If you had to go sleep in your car, in your driveway tonight, what would you need to think about? The temperature, how you're gonna get water, all those things. So once you start to frame it in the reference of where would you go tonight in your climate, you're gonna have to think about that wherever you're traveling. In the 3 weeks in California, in late August and early September, we have had over 100-degree heat that we had to stay in a hotel because it's too hot to sleep in here. And we've also been so cold that we couldn't even fall asleep in this van. So how do you regulate temperature in a van? This rental has solar on top that's powering some electronics inside, which also include a ceiling fan that's been helping us vent. Now, of course, you're not cooling down the van 30 degrees if it's super hot, but it is nice if you just need a little airflow through there if it's warm. Water is typically available either right at your campsite or within the state or national park. Almost all tap water is drinkable in the States if you're from another country, and we just usually buy 1 or 2 of these at the beginning of each trip, so we have a big jug to carry along with us.
So my background is in plumbing, and I can really appreciate everybody who's put a ton of effort and just work into the custom build of their van for their perfect van life, right? One of the things I don't necessarily understand is people who've not yet dabbled a toe in the van life who put so much money into this. The crazy thing about some of these vans and the really extravagant builds is they already exist for cheaper. They're called a very small RV. While a Class B RV might not have the stealth aspects of a van, it's really likely you can save a ton of money and effort, which I love doing, in just buying one of those as opposed to building out a van yourself. All of that being said, and I don't want to brag too much, but did a little bit of customizing right here. This is going back to Florida with us.
Part of the beauty of van life is that you can be as spontaneous as you want and you can, sleep in your car. But in our reality, it doesn't really work so much like that just on a short trip, because national parks, state parks, and some of the best campgrounds are really competitive. A lot of places are seasonal, like in the summer, and some people plan these trips out in their vans or RVs a year in advance. So grabbing a spot is really competitive. How do you go about planning your route? Well, there's some resources that I want to share with you. One of them is freecampsites.net. That is a website. It is not an app. It's not even very mobile friendly, but it's a great place to find free camping anywhere in the country. There's also an app, Campendium, and that is a really easy way to search for campsites, including county, state, or national parks. And you can essentially use that as a resource to then find those places. Then you go out to, let's say, like the government website where you would book a campsite. So you're booking your campsite at a recreation.gov. iOverlander is also a website and an app that's really popular for the van lifers who live full-time in their van. A lot more of those spots are those stealth camping free spots where it's user submitted, and some of that information might just be like, hey, I parked last night on a residential street and there was no overnight parking and I was fine. So if you're comfortable with that, that's a great resource to find those types of sites. When it comes to your itinerary planning in general, I have a free download on our blog that I'll link to below to help you map out your trip. It's framed in an international travel, but it works just as well for your road trip. I will always just say make sure to plan rest days if your trip is over 10 days long, and to never underestimate the length of time that a drive takes. Do not use Google Maps. Remember, you're stopping, taking pictures, and enjoying the ride, not just beelining from point A to point B.
Chapter title, Driving Miss Finney. I've been doing 99% of the driving on this trip. I also did 99% of the driving during our RV trip. I greatly prefer riding around in a van. Right now you're saying, what's it like to drive this big camper van around? Isn't it terrible? No, if you can drive an SUV around, this is not really bigger. It gets a little top heavy in some of those curves, but guess what? You're not racing anywhere. You're living that van life. Quick little tour of the cockpit up here. We threw this cooler up here. Are there cold drinks in there? No, it's mostly a bunch of camera and stuff, and I see that Finney's curling iron has made its way forward. One of the things we bring on every trip, because I'm crazy, boom, look at this big inverter. Just like your house plugs for electric, this camper van does not put out any sort of like electric outlet that works when you're not hooked up to shore power. So you just plug this into the cigarette lighter, boom, we got power to charge things that can't charge by USB. I could spend quite a while pontificating on how much better driving this van is than driving around an RV, but that is stepping on our next chapter.
So thanks for your participation today in our Instagram poll asking us your van life questions. A lot of you were asking about how we would compare this to the RV, and I think Tim touched on the drivability just now. I think that's pretty obvious if you've been following along with us, because that was a 30-foot RV Class A, which this is just a van. And as a passenger, mostly, because Tim's doing a lot of the driving, it's stressful no matter what. It's just stressful in the car. It's noisy. The pots and pans are rambling around. You have limitations. So I don't think it's any surprise that this is better for drivability.
This is a nice short trip though. And if it came down to where we want to live, we've been stepping on each other this entire time. So yeah, I mean, if you're doing something long-term, a van is tight and an RV is much more comfortable. I miss when I was driving in the RV and you would get up and go make lunch while we're driving, or having that big Class A dashboard that I could throw a $5 hot and ready on the front of and eat pizza while I was driving.
And we were working, we were using the table a lot, so again, just how you're using it, I would not want to live in this ever. I'm trying to think if even when we were younger or something, like I don't think that.
Even if it was a custom van build out and we had 4 more feet and it was like tuned perfectly to like.
We're just constantly running into each other. You can stand in this one, both of us. In our camper van in New Zealand rental, you couldn't stand in there at all. And there's just no way. But even...
That was a minivan with a mattress. Let's be real.
Even though you can stand in this one, I don't think we would be happier on a trip longer than a month in here. It's just too much. We would need too many breaks. So, you know, RV versus camper van, when it comes to us, you guys know us, it would just depend on the trip. I'm so glad we don't have an RV for this trip. This is great for this trip. I don't even think we'd be able to get into this campsite with our RV.
It's been awesome for the national parks too, like whipping around on those mountain roads. That gets real dicey in an RV real quick. Some of the like grades are pretty crazy. This thing even has it's like hill descent assist or something where it gears down lower and does engine braking. Perfect. It's just so much more nimble and I enjoy driving it. And one of the big things with the RV, we were always driving around waiting for it to break. With this, I mean, it's a rental, so we don't care. But also, it's just a normal van with a bed in the back. It's probably not going to break.
The bed is comfortable. So we were more comfortable. We had a queen size bed in the RV, but this is comfortable enough. The bed is too short for both of us. But if you were 5'8" or maybe even 5'9", you'd fit just fine.
Just let those toes dangle.
Yeah. User submitted question. Best part, van life. Worst part, van life.
Best part, drivability. I love driving a van around. It's super easy to stop. We throw up the drone, take pictures, whatever. Love it.
Best part, I really like road trips. I like being able to just have your kind of stuff right there and your food right there and just always on to the next thing. So the nature of a road trip is what I really like about van life.
Worst part, I think it is stupid that it does not have an inverter built in. I think it's silly we had to bring our own, and it's silly that you can't use a like house plug for electric unless it's hooked up to shore power in some sort of like RV park.
Worst part, I think this lifestyle or type of trip always shows the illusion of spontaneity, but in reality, as the trip planner, this is always a very planned and specific trip because all of the best spots are way too competitive to just show up at. So in comparison to some of the international travel we've done, where every single night you could just book a hotel or wherever you want just as your trip is going, camping doesn't really lend itself to that unless you're boondocking, which we always just have thought is just kind of like being in a pit of dirt for no reason.
I think you have a better worst part than me.
And we're going to get so much hate because I know a lot of you love boondocking because if you're like living this lifestyle, I don't know, it's usually never anywhere you even want to see. I don't know. Except for like a couple very sweet, like Lake Powell or like some awesome places. But
yeah. Or you get in a yelling match with some guy flying his drone over your thing at 5:30 in the morning when you're boondocking. But
if you want to hear more of the realities of this, we have an entire video of RVing, our honest opinion, and it's mostly just this kind of stuff because boondocking is like, oh, you're out there all by yourself. No, you have to legally free camp in very specific areas. You drive 10 miles all the way down a dirt road to park in one little tiny pad of dirt, and then there might be 8 other cars all going, wow, we're out in the wilderness. No, you're all shoved in there with 8 other cars going like, we're all hanging out on solar power. Isn't this fun? I don't get it.
Start the generator. Hey, kids, start screaming. Yeah, it's interesting.
That's what boondocking is to us. I'd rather just be in a Walmart parking lot and like get on with my day the next day.
I'll take Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel, best free camping. That's your
a
tip
secret.
for this trip.
Give me a pillow.
Wait, we're both in the frame? Pepper, come on, honey.
Oh,
I'm coming
it's so
back.
comfy.
Well, this is how we should do all of our YouTube videos now. Because this looks fake. This looks like it's just on the screen.
I know, it looks edited this way.
Wow, that's so interesting. This would be such a good intro to a video. Pepper, you want to come up here? Is there anything interesting we can say, or just this is too interesting just to look at?
Is this how we should start the van life video? Should I say van, like, what was my opening line again?
Oh yeah, van life's so hot right now.
Yeah.
Shoving it down our throats.
Yeah, do you want to do that?
You've got all this garbage in my shot.
We'll get it, well first off, turn it off so the battery doesn't die.